And I don't know if you guys knew it or not, but you're going to find out. Because I was actually vegan for about 3 years. And somewhere during the quarantine pandemic, I lost my way and just started eating everything. But I was completely plant-based. And I'm just going to say that path is not for everybody. There was a lot of meal prep and stuff involved, but my health was 100% better. So I'm easing my way back in that direction, maybe not 100%, but I wanted to share with you guys one of my favorite recipes, and it's actually a chickpea untuna that mimics traditional tuna. First thing I want to tell you guys is about the cost. So your great value can of Garbanzo chickpeas is going to run you about 79 cents over at Wally World. If you're fancy and you get the S&W, I don't know, about $1.29. 15 ounces in both of those cans. I enjoy the flip top, and I haven't noticed any quality difference. So move that out the way. It's going to take 3 cans of the Star Kiss to equal this. Right now they're about $1.34 a can, something like that. And questionable stuff going on with tuna, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to move that out of the way. So the first thing we're going to do is get a bowl to drain the liquid that's in the garbanzo beans out. So I'm going to step back for a minute. I should have had that, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. One of the things I want to share with you is this liquid is actually called aquafaba. And during my vegan days, I found out that it actually can serve as an egg replacement, not for scrambling eggs, not for making omelets, but if you're baking, when I would do stuff like cornbread, because I didn't consume any animal products during that time, you can use the aquafaba as a binder. No, it's not as good as an egg, but it would serve its purpose. So what I usually would do is drain it and put it, let me toss that over there, in a Tupperware dish and put it in the freezer and save it. So I would have it, and I think the ratio is 3 tablespoons of the aquafaba equals a whole egg. Again, warning, 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 danger, Will Robinson. This is not the same as an egg, so don't do it and mess up your cornbread and be coming at me. You know, do some research on it, but during that time where I wasn't consuming any animal products, it was awesome. So we're going to sit that over there. And why is my head in front of the camera? Okay. So maybe you've seen chickpeas, maybe you haven't. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans, same thing. Here we have our ultimate chopper, which is about, I don't know, 12 years old. And God rest my grandmother. She lived to be 99. She actually saw this one night on an infomercial. You know, if you watch those infomercials enough, they start to feel like a documentary, and they get exciting. So she wanted to order this. I think they were making ice cream and chopping up cement and building houses with it. I don't know. You know how they go overboard. And then when we got it, it wasn't so exciting. So it ended up in the cabinet. I still have it. And when I don't want to break out a huge food processor, it serves a purpose. The one thing, and don't do this, don't stick your hand in that when it's plugged in. The most important thing about this dish, and I'm just going to put a couple of these chickpeas here so you can see what I'm talking about, is that you're going to want to mash them like that so that you get kind of a tuna-ish texture. And you can do it with a fork. You can do it with one of those old school potato mashers that I'm sure we have somewhere. I discovered that when I was doing it with a fork, I would still end up with whole chickpeas somewhere. So I'm going to use the Antique Ultimate Chopper. times. I'm going to shove it back in there. Really simple and really affordable. So when you see me put this in a bowl, you're going to see the volume of 1 can of chickpeas compared to, you know, the 3 cans of tuna. And I, you know, was a big tuna lover, by the way, so when I went vegan, plant-based, it was a sacrifice. Back in the day, I had a job in San Francisco in the financial district, and across the street from my job was this huge restaurant that was basically set up to serve all the people that kind of worked in the financial district real quick. You go in there, you get your sandwich, and, you know, it'd be ready in like 5 seconds. And they had, you know, this must have been in the 1800s, right? Because it was $2.10. So they had a tuna, an egg, potato chips, and a beverage for $2.10. And I would get that every day. And I don't know why I thought it was so delicious. But I want you guys to kind of take a look at that texture. Here's our faux tuna in there. So what I did to save time is I've got the red onion already chopped up and the celery already chopped up. After you get your chickpeas chopped up, you got to make this just like you do your tuna normally. So this is all on you, right? So I'm going to add celery. You know, some people like pepper, some people like pickles. What I actually do is, because I'm moody and strange that way, instead of adding my pickles when I make it, I add it as I make sandwiches. You know, sometimes I want a sweet pickle, sometimes I want a dill, sometimes I don't want any. I'm actually going to put all of that in there. I have a tendency to overdo everything. Okay. And what's the deal on this? Is this red onion or purple? You know? I don't understand. But anyway, I love red onion. So look at that. Delightful. And I'm stepping out the frame because I need a clean spoon. Eyes back. I discovered, now that mayonnaise is $800 a jar, that the Great Value mayo is comparable to the best foods. Because if you use the wrong mayonnaise in something, you can really jack it up, right? So for 3 or 4 years, actually 3 years, I was using the Best Foods vegan mayonnaise, which is incredible. It's really, really good. Then it got hard to get. Then it was like, believe it or not, you guys, 13 bucks a jar. So anyway, I'm going to be use whatever you want. You can use whatever you want. Okay, this is you. So I'm going to put a dollop in there. And one of the things, you know, the basic rule for me about making tunas and potato salads and using mayonnaise, you can always underdo it and add more. You overdo it, and that's kind of where you are with that, right? So you can make sandwiches with this. You can put it on crackers. You can just put it on some lettuce. You know, you can add, you know, we're gardeners, at least most of us are here. And, you know, if you got some tomatoes and some cucumbers and some lettuce out of your garden, you know, go get some of that and add it onto your sandwich. I'm stirring that up. So look at all of that we got from 1 can of chickpeas. And it would take about 3 or 4 maybe, because those tuna cans are 5 ounces, the chickpeas 15. It would take about 3 or 4 cans of tuna to get this. So we're almost done. Apologize for my mess here. That's why I don't do cooking videos. I'm going to use these sandwich thins. I don't have any. My favorite bread to use, because I have blood sugar issues, is Dave's. And then sometimes I would use the Ezekiel bread, which tastes like cardboard on a bad day. I don't have any of that, but I'm going to use this when I really, really want to enjoy what's going on the inside of my sandwich. I don't want it to be too thick, and I already have cut up some OPP here, other people's produce. Not a fan, but it's August, and I'm just now planning my fall garden. You know, I'm in 9B/Hades, and it's going to be 100 degrees today, so ain't no lettuces happening out there. And I did harvest a few tomatoes yesterday. They're sitting in a basket up there, but again, this is OPP here. It's all right. And what the OPP does, actually, it makes me appreciate the actual flavor involved in the stuff that I grow. So we're just going to put a couple of tablespoons, or forks, because this is a fork, not a tablespoon. See, I drank enough coffee to let me recognize the eating utensils. Okay. I like lettuce on stuff. And I would put a couple of these translucent, store-bought, merely decorative tomatoes, because you guys know I'm going to put a little bit more in there so I can attach that luggage. Luggage? Oh no. Ooh, I am comedy today. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to slap that on there real quick. Now, normally, you guys, my plates look better than that, but it tastes really good. And again, pepper, add some pickles, don't add some pickles. Sometimes I chop up bell pepper, you know, just to give it a different little twist on it. You know, try whatever you want to try, because, you know, I believe in starting with somebody's recipe and modifying it and making it your own. So get at me in the comments. Let me know if you tried this, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it. And I've got a lot of other vegan plant-based recipes coming down the pike I'm going to share with you. The next one, I'm going to show you what I do with these. Yeah, the king oyster mushrooms. So you guys take care and enjoy your chickpea. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please share as I try to do a better job of adding more videos and growing my channel. I appreciate everybody that's here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. King oyster mushrooms recipe coming soon. Bye.